Welcome to RAM Communications Telecom 101 series. My name is Rob McCoy. I am the founder of RAM Communications, and I want to thank you for joining me today to take a look at our video on security as a service. What is security as a service? Well, in short, it's a business model for providing security services to corporations on a subscription basis. It's an outsourced model, and when executed properly, security as a service should lower your total cost of ownership and provide you a better security solution than you could come up with or manage on your own. Now, before I go much further into security as a service or firewall solutions in general, I'd like to point out a few items that concern our other clientele and keep them up at night. And I want to pose a few questions to you. First, would your current security measures pass an external security audit? Can your solution still fully protect your organization from both internal and external threats? For those of you who operate a security team or are concerned about security in your organization, you know that the internal threats are probably your greatest cause for concern. Is your organization prepared to increase its internet security budget to a level that can keep up with and keep cyber criminals out? And when I say security budget, I'm not just talking about hardware. I'm talking about your human resources, your internal expertise that has to manage those devices and those systems. All of those things need to be included in your budget. How much would a major attack on your private data cost your business? Could you recover? And I'm not just talking in terms of hard costs, I'm talking about the costs on your reputation with your clientele and with your vendors. Consider some other facts and other items as well. In 2014, Target, Home Depot, Dairy Queen, and Sony were all penetrated by hackers using inside access staff devices to gain entry into critical data systems. Recent press has also reported that hackers were responsible for over $1 billion in stolen funds throughout the international banking system in 2014 alone. Now, you may say to yourself, my organization is not as high profile as a Target or a Sony or even an international bank. While this may be true, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have security pieces in mind. Everyone is a target, and organizations of all sizes and scopes are targets. And this is why there's as much emphasis on HIPPA and PCI compliance today as there ever has been in the past. So how will security as a service necessarily improve your quality of life as an organization and keep your assets more secure than they are now? Well, a properly designed security solution should improve your overall security by isolating and stopping specific attacks more quickly. And further, it should lower your total cost of ownership when compared to a premise-based security model. And finally, if we have provided you with the right solution, we should help your IT departments free up their time and their expertise so they can focus on their core competencies and not focus their energy on security. Security as a service is a multifaceted approach, and the best security as a service solution that we have found uses a proprietary technology called behavioral analytics. And I want to talk to you about what exactly that means. What happens with a security as a service team is an analysis is done. And in that analysis, your security team will talk with your IT team and with your other management staff and will identify where your staff is using their email, their files, what servers they utilize on a regular basis. In other words, what the analysis should do is it should establish a detailed document or a baseline of how all of your users normally behave on your network. With that baseline in mind, your security team can prepare and give you a properly designed security system. What does a properly designed solution look like? Well, a properly designed solution understands the strengths and the weaknesses of your network. The security team will recommend changes that will close your holes, your security holes, and provide you a solution that has an established line on your normal behaviors so that the security system can differentiate that or those behaviors from any unusual behaviors that may appear on your network. That's the promise and the magic behind behavioral analytics. So, assuming that we have a properly designed solution, in comes the implementation phase. And during the implementation phase, your security team is going to establish your new security system and test that solution in your day-to-day environment. Assuming everything has been designed properly, the new solution should be able to identify and shut down access in specific areas where an unusual behavior occurs. Let's say, for example, if one of your staffers is named Michael, and Michael is very punctual and very consistent with his day. He works from 8:45 a.m. to about 5:30 at night. And he works at his computer, he has access to his email, and he has access to information on one of your servers. That's what he does. That's what his credentials allow him to do. The security as a service solution understands this. It knows this. This is documented. So, if in the future Michael's credentials are used in another way, especially if they're used at another time, let's say, for example, an activity happens at 10 o'clock at night, and Michael's credentials are somehow being used to penetrate the accounting server or the HR server, places where he is not allowed access to. This type of unusual behavior is identified by the security software. An alert is sent to the Security Operations Center. The Security Operations Center is like a NOC center, if you will, but this is armed and staffed with security experts, people that do this for a living, and people that are monitoring your assets on a 24/7/365 basis. Once that team sees the threat, they will go ahead and shut it down. And by shutting it down, they're going to shut down that specific activity. By doing so, the rest of your organization is allowed to work and to operate on a normal basis. The alert is then sent to your IT team, and now your IT team has an opportunity to look at the intrusion, see what has taken place at Michael's computer. They can shut it down further, they can clean it up, and when they are ready to do so, they can reactivate that workstation, or if they decide that they need to completely take it offline and get rid of it, they have the opportunity to do so. This example also brings in mind the importance of cooperation. The security as a solution model is not designed to replace your IT staff. Nothing could be further from the truth. Your security solution is complementary. It works in conjunction with your IT staff and should do so at all times. That makes the security solution stronger because the eyes and ears of your organization are in concert with that effort. Behavioral analytics detects the changes, it shuts down access, and again, it notifies your IT staff so you can isolate trouble before any damage should occur. That's what behavioral analytics and security as a service is all about. So what's the ongoing value of security as a service for you and your organization? The biggest benefit is the ongoing support. I mentioned earlier about the 24/7/365 expert monitoring. Again, this frees up your IT staff to perform their core responsibilities. This system lowers your total cost of ownership by allowing your corporation to save money on staffing and the capital necessary to try to replicate the same type of solution. Finally, security as a service, when executed properly, isolates those specific troubles, those specific intrusions, and stop those while allowing the rest of your network to operate normally and without interruption. That's the value of security as a service, and that's the value of having a high level of customer support for your organization. RAM Communications ensures your company will be provided with the appropriate security solution that fits your needs. RAM's biggest value to you is we're going to save you a lot of time. We're going to bring you our experience and our expertise in finding the right solution for you. Here at RAM Communications, we are fully invested in your long-term success. We're here to help protect your organization. I want to thank you for your time, and if you would like more information on security as a service or other types of security solutions, please contact us today. I thank you for watching. Have a great day.